Hello everybody, just wanted to make a video on the Eonon GM5150. Stereo by far is great. I have no problems with it. Had it a couple weeks so far. So the only issue I got is the installation. The antenna adapter they give you stinks. It's too long, and it doesn't fit. The stereo won't fit back in correctly with the antenna adapter because it hits the back wall. This is the antenna adapter that it came with. As you can tell, that's pretty long. It even had this piece connected to it too, and I cut it and try to pull it off, and it went back there further, but it just wouldn't sit correctly. So I like to be as perfect as I possibly can. I went online, did some research, and Amazon has this. I believe this is called a Metro 40 EU55 antenna adapter. Now, as you can tell, this part here is a little bit shorter, not much, about 1/4 of an inch shorter than this one is. So I think this is going to work, because that's about all I needed. I'm sorry about the focus, but for some reason the sun is affecting the camera. So I'm going to try to install this. One thing I've noticed is when I got this from Amazon, the connector for the blue wire doesn't match the connector for the harness. I could go buy a connector, but I'm just gonna wire it together. Put some good old connectors on, butt connectors on there. I know these are not recommended because over time they could fall off, but that's all I got, and I don't want to spend any more money on this. I want to get this thing done and over. So I'm going to try this out and see what happens. Just to let you know, I've done a lot of research, and I see that Eonon themselves, they have fixed the problem with the stereo. What they did is they took these connectors here, the GPS input antenna, or the GPS input, the Wi-Fi input, and the wiring harness, and they put it on this side, and they took the RCAs and the antenna input and put it on this side, and that would fix it. The reason why is because if you look back in here, you'll notice that, you know, this is where the antenna adapter is actually hitting, is pretty much right here at this wall. But if you notice on this side though, it goes in deeper, and it gives you more room to put wires. So if it was reversed, their antenna adapter would work perfectly. I would send this back and tell them to give me the correct one, because it could be possible that this was made for countries where the steering wheel is on the other side of the car, so that would mean this would be reversed. So that would make sense, but unfortunately I bought this from eBay, and even though it was new, I talked to Ian, and since I didn't buy it from them, they can't, you know, guarantee it. I've come across a couple other people that had the same problem as me, and so this was an ongoing issue for a while, but then I guess Eonon fixed the problem, and it looks like they're just going to have to make it on 2 different sides depending on what country you live in. That may be why you pick your country when you go on their website. Anyhow, I'm going to go ahead and install this, because I know there's probably going to be a few of you that still have this issue, because there's quite a bit of these models, well, not the model, but this type of setup that's still in the US, because I've been hearing a lot of people having issues trying to get the antenna hooked up. So I'm going to hook this up and get back to you in just a minute. Okay, everybody, I got the stereo put back in the dash, and everything fits real nice. I had no problems with it sitting back there. The antenna is now hooked up, and I tried out the stereo.
With every taste, every memory, and adventure we find, to keep loving Virginia, we must all do our part.
Stereo sounds real good. So, yeah, that's the way to do it, I guess. Like I said, it was Amazon. The antenna adapter is a Metro 40-EU55 antenna adapter, and works good. The one thing you got to do is make sure you hook up the blue wires. Even though you don't have a power antenna, you still need to hook it up. I know with the factory harness, there is one plug that will not plug in to the harness that is provided with this stereo, and that plug is your amp wire. So what happens is the blue wire is what powers on the amp, your factory amp for BMWs, and that kind of takes in place of that amp wire that's missing when you go to hook up your other harness to hook up this stereo. And it'll make sense once you install it. You're going to see how there's one plug that's just not going to plug in. It's below the actual harness on the back of the factory radio. So that's why it's very important you hook up that blue wire. That will turn on your factory amp. Even though you don't have a power antenna, you still need to hook it up. Other than that, I hope this video helps you guys out. I do enjoy the radio. Plays movies really good. I have not yet got the camera for the back of the car. That's coming in next week. I'll hook that up. I'm gonna get that hooked up. It hooks up right where your license plate light is. It's actually pretty nice, and so I look forward to that. Other than that, that's it. I mean, that was my only issue, was the antenna adapter. It wasn't allowing the radio to fit in there completely. So once again, I hope this helps, and have a good day. Thank you.